everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be doing makeup that is suitable for barbecues, for summer weather, for this hot, rotten, muggy weather that we're experiencing right now in Ireland. It is just not nice. It's heavy, it's humid, and our makeup suffers in this weather. So that's what I'm going to focus on today. So I've done my base already. I've used my Fail Safe in this weather Estee Lauder Double Wear. You cannot beat this with a stick. You cannot touch it. It has SPF in it and it will not budge. It will move, and that's exactly what you want. As you know, I'm not usually a fan of primers, but if you're somebody that is oily or particularly dry, or you have particular patches in your face and you find that primers work for you, then fantastic. Go for it, use your primer. But for today, Estee Lauder Double Wear is the makeup that I have on my face at the moment. Today I've used my Liquid Camouflage Concealer from Catrice, my all-time favourite. Fantastic, love this so much. And what I'm about to do now is my eyes and the rest of my face. For my eye look today, I'm keeping it really nice, really light, really summery. I don't really get enough use out of my Jaclyn Hill palette, so I said I wanted to pull it out today and create a nice summery look with it. Tonight, I'm not going to a barbecue tonight, but I am going to see some of my friends that I haven't seen or caught up with in the longest time, and I cannot wait. I'm so excited. Do you know when you have girlfriends, like you have friends from different like portions of your life? And these are three of my friends that I worked with back in pharmacy in Athlone, and I cannot wait to catch up with them. And we set this date back in like April, and we were all laughing. We're like, oh my god, like July is ages away, and now it's here. And it went so fast. So anyway, that's what I'm doing tonight. It's not necessarily a barbecue. So what I'm doing is using the Jaclyn Hill palette to create a nice kind of summery look. What I've also already done to, you know, quicken us up in this process is put on my eyebrows. So I used my Revolution eye pomade. You'd have seen me talk about this in previous videos. And I've also, what have I done? Oh, I've also primed my eyelids with my typical normal MAC Painterly Paint Pot. So I suppose for summer, for weather where your makeup is going to melt, I would recommend definitely priming your eyes. If you're going to go out wearing eyeshadow, prime your eyes. The last thing you want is, be it at a barbecue or in a nightclub in this hot, sticky weather, to get like, you know, those lines that happen when your eyeshadow starts breaking down, and it's just, oh, don't we all hate that though? It's just not good. And that won't happen if you prime your eyes, because it'll give a nice base for your eyeshadow to sit down on. I'm going to start off with this yellow here, and I'm going to actually take this on my little small brush and work it into the outer V of my eye. Guys, I've had a bit of a mare of a week in some senses, not in all senses, in a lot of senses. I have a wisdom tooth that's given me trouble. Bit of noise. Ooh. I have a wisdom tooth that is giving me a bit of trouble, so you'll probably see it. I'm kind of quite swollen down here actually as well. Wisdom tooth's annoying me, and it kind of seems to have gone into my ear and into my gland. So I know my face, like under here, is really swollen because I can actually feel my glands. So I have been taking a lot of pain medication for my tooth, and I'm also on antibiotics and using Corsedon mouthwash, which for the record is vile. Seemingly meant to be very good, but vile. I am like 33 and my wisdom teeth haven't bothered me, and now they're starting to bother me, so I kind of just want to get them out. Well, this one, get it out at this stage, just be done with it. I'm kind of over it now. Okay, so that's the yellow in. I'm gonna see, I might actually zoom you in because I'm not too sure how easy it is going to be to see my eyes. Okay, that might be a little bit better. Yeah, great. Okay, so with that yellow then, I'm just going to go one of my PS brushes, and I'm literally just going to buff it out. This is really light, but my plan is that it's going to be a nice base or kind of transition tone for the rest. My plan is to keep this really light, like we're not going to with harsh, crazy colours, nothing too dark. Some nice lashes, but nothing too kind of crazy in the eyeshadow department. And I'm actually gonna pop this all over the lid. I've started to change a little bit of what kind of like how I use my brushes, and I'm kind of veering more towards using smaller brushes at the very beginning and then fluffy brushes, because I don't know, I just find that you get a better colour payoff, I think, from the actual shadows, instead of dunking your big fluffy brush into a shadow and kind of like just plonking it onto your eye. I don't know. I'm not too sure. I just kind of play it by ear, you know? Absolutely no qualification or no formal kind of anything to do with makeup. So for me, it's very much seeing how it looks. Back in them with our brush and fluff. So you can see that nice yellow tone is still peeping through, but now we have a nice tan tone down on top of that. That's exactly what I wanted. I'm going to dip into this shade here, that one there. It has a little bit of a metallic finish off it, so I kind of want that for the outer a little bit, just to kind of spice it up ever so slightly. So you can see I'm only bringing that particular colour, like the darker kind of shimmer, halfway across my lid, and then I'm going to do a lighter colour in here. I'm going to go into the colour then beside that one there. So this guy here, it looks quite light, but it's a nice browny champagne kind of colour. I really do think that these kinds of colours, you're going to find them in loads of different palettes. This isn't kind of exclusive to the Jaclyn Hill palette. I do think you can find them in lots of different palettes. This is just the one that I'm using today. So I'm going to use this one for the rest of my eyelid. Perfect. This is working out exactly the way I wanted to. Finally then, I'm getting my good old Inglot brush, which I haven't used yet, and I'm just going to really lightly blend the kind of upper part of my crease, just to, I don't know, make sure there's no kind of harsh lines or chunks of shimmer or anything that's in that area. What I will do now is just go into this really nice kind of, that is definitely a champagne colour, but a much lighter colour. Just going to pop into that with a flat brush and highlight under my brow. And again, if you want to pop back in with your Inglot brush, just make sure that it's nothing too chunky and all is good. Okay, great. So what I'm going to do now is grab some eyeliner. So I think I'm just going to stick with my one from Deals, my Makeup Gallery one. You know how much I love this. It's absolutely no surprise. This is actually gone. Luckily, here's one I prepared earlier. These are amazing and they're only $1.50 in Deals, so when I get them, this, like, I haven't opened this and I have this about 2 years. When I buy them like in 2s and 3s, because I remember the time I bought them I was so afraid that they were going to be all sold out and discontinued or something like that, because I loved them so much. The moment of truth. Let's remove the tape. Oh, feels so nice. Okay, half my foundation came off, but you know, it's all good. Great, okay. Yeah, happy with the wings. That one's a bit too chunky, but that one's pretty perfect, so yes, fantastic. Woohoo! So obviously, because I had the tape on, it took off some of my concealer, so I'm going to pop some of that back on. During the week when I use this concealer, I am a lot paler. I don't have tan on, which I have tan on today. And I'm realising that this concealer is a lot lighter than the one I had previous to it. So I'm just going to go back into a bit of my foundation and kind of fill in around the outsides of my eyes. This sounds kind of strange, but you'll see. You'll see what I mean. My concealer is just a little bit lighter than I'd like it to be, so. Okay, so now that our eyes and our base and everything is totally complete, what I'm going to do now is pop on some powder. So if you're like me and I don't know, I just can't put on foundation without powder. Some people can, but I think in this weather, if you're somebody that their makeup breaks down quite quickly anyway, then it's going to break down even quicker when you're in this weather. And also if you're somebody that's oily, I'd 100% you need powder. You need powder every day, every minute of the day, so it's important to have that. So what I'm going to use today is the RCMA no colour powder. This is fantastic. I love using this when I have tan on because it doesn't give me kind of like a white cast over my face. It's just quite nice. What I'm going to do today is something I don't normally do, but I want to do it today because it's going to be quite warm and I want my makeup to last all evening. I'm going to bake. So another reason that I quite like my Jaclyn Hill palette is I can put stuff out on it. So what I'm going to do is just pop out. You'll have heard me talk about the RCMA powder and everyone talk about the RCMA powder and how awkward the packaging is. So that's what I use my palettes for, is to tip a little bit of the powder out on the lid of my palette. In this case, I'm just going to roll the tip of my Beauty Blender in it and pop it under here like this. I always find that my laughter lines, like around here, breaks down probably the quickest. Okay, I'm just going to let that sit for a minute and I'm going to bronze. Use my good old butter bronzer. So I'm just taking my butter bronzer on my big Real Techniques brush and I'm going to bronze under where I've put my powder. Just around my forehead as well. And then just around my jawline to try and make it look less swollen. So just then to take off my powder from the bake, and I'm actually just going to use my powder puff and just dab it in. Kind of brush it away as you dab it in, I guess. Just so you're getting the most amount of powder as possible. Now at this point, if you're looking like the Sahara Desert and you're like, Amy, this is not a good look, don't worry about it. We've loads of steps left. The next thing we want to do is lashes. Lashes of lashes. The lashes that I'm using today, they are the Carter Beauty lashes. I don't know why I picked these up. I know that sounds strange, but I did. I picked these up, I think probably in pennies or something. Just to give them a go, to see what they're like. You know that I love Sosu lashes. I have to say, like, you know, credit where it's due. Sosu lashes are fantastic. They really, really are. And now that I've actually gotten used to wearing bigger lashes, I absolutely love them. And the Allure ones are fantastic as well. But I just wanted to pick these up. They were really, really inexpensive and I wanted to see what they are like. So I'm going to pop off camera and put these on because, as you know, me and lashes, we don't get on. So sometimes it's better for you not to hear me swear. Okay guys, I'm back and I have those lashes on and I'm actually really happy with them. I'm just giving them a bit of time to kind of settle, as I say. Settle into my own lashes, make friends, meet, whatever. So yeah, they're the Natural Falls Lashes by Carter Beauty. Really easy to put on and yeah, let's see how they go. I'm gonna obviously blend them with my own lashes in a couple of minutes, but while they're settling in, let's finish our under our eyes and our base. So let's actually do our under eyes first. I'm gonna take this this guy here that we used kind of early on in the process and run that along my lower lash line. So I'm kind of going to mirror what I've done on the top on the bottom. So I'm going back into that darker shimmery shade. I'm just going to use the same brush because it's similar, and I'm going to put it in the outer half of my eye and then run the lighter colour on the kind of inside of my lower lash line. Great, and I'm going in then with a different brush for the lighter kind of champagne-y colour that I'm going to pop in along here and join it up with my tear duct. If you don't know that I absolutely love this Revolution highlighter, then you've been living on a different planet. I love it so much, so I'm going to pop that on. But first of all, because it's summer, we want a little bit of blush, a little bit of colour to the cheeks. I'm going to use my Treat Me Sweet Miss Lynn blush. I love this. Again, it's another one, you'll know I love it. So I'm taking some of this and I'm popping that just on the apples of my cheeks. As you know from previous videos of mine, this is really, really dusty, but it's kind of a nice little coral colour. So I'm taking my Revolution highlight and my Real Techniques brush. I think this is like an under eye setting brush or something, but I just really like it. Yeah, setting brush. But I just really like it for this. Like, look at that glow. Oh, it's amazing. So this is the point where I was saying you don't need to worry about looking like the Sahara Desert or like looking totally one-dimensional, because this highlighter and blush is what is going to save your complexion. So you're going to get a little bit of a glow. You're not going to look like you're just all the one matte colour. I'm just going to put this everywhere because, you know, is it sweat? Is it highlight? Who knows? So for our lips, I am actually going to use a lipstick that I have given out crap about in the past. But I'm going to use it because it's grown on me. It's taken a long time for it to grow on me. I would not repurchase it, but anyway, it's the Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk lipstick. So I'm going to pop some of this on, and then we're going to put some of the e.l.f. Lip Plumping Gloss over it. I love this. I only got this a couple of weeks ago, and look, I'm already down to there. I love it so much. It's so, so nice. Wait until you see. So I'm popping on some of my Charlotte Tilbury. It is a nice colour. I just don't like the fact that it has hardly any stain power, but it looks pretty for the first 5 minutes. And then I'm putting my e.l.f. Lip Plumping Gloss on over that. I just love this so much. The setting spray I'm using today is the You Better Work from Essence. I'm going to pop this on all over my face. And that is going to help. Ooh! And that is going to help my makeup to stay in place. So guys, that is the finished look. So as you can see, it's fairly simple and it's just a look you can wear out. It's nice and classy. You have your little bit of shimmer, you have your lashes, but it's also going to stay put. It's a nice, simple little look for summer, for barbecues, for going out in the heat. Maybe if you go on holidays, this would help as well. And it's just makeup that's going to stay and it looks well. So if you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up. Also, if you haven't already, I would really appreciate it if you would subscribe, and also there's a little notification bell beside the subscribe button, and that will give you an email alert every time I upload, which is normally every week, but hey, we're all busy. Guys, thank you so much for tuning in, and I'm going to see you in my next video.